Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits and had 6 Ks. Spartan offense had the bases loaded, down 2 runs, and they got 1 run in on a wild pitch, and then a hard hit ball in the Charger outfield, as we said before, was caught for the 3rd out. But Spartans don't need to hang their head. They got a good team, and I think they're going to have a chance to string some wins together. Starting Monday, they take on Everett, and we'll have that game here on TCS and sports.com.
It was my first time at that new field, by the way. It does look a little bit harder to hit a home run.
Yeah.
that fence is a little higher, and just a bigger challenge. That's all it is.
There's no hopping over the fence to grab the balls that are homers either.
No, it's good 15, 20 feet up there. No.
We talked about it. You were at the track meet. Spartans took on the Jackson School yesterday, and Spartan sprinters did well. And Declan Berry won the 100 meters. Yeah,
so I'll let you go through the list there, but I hadn't even got to see the results yet. But I was just going through all those photos. They were Spartans were all over the place.
Declan Berry won the 100 meters. Joseph Heder won the 200 meters, followed by Declan Berry, who came in second. Wooten Van Veen was first on the 800 meters. Caden Kerrigan won the javelin. For the girls, Tatum Brager was second in the 100 meters and the 200 meter races. Leah Jones won the 800-meter race, followed by Lael Ten Hooten, and who came in second. Spartan ladies swept the 1600s. Aubrey Carr, Mary Wilson, and Haley Wilson took the top 3 spots. So pretty good outing in great weather here for the Stanwood Spartan track team. They take on Everett next Thursday.
And, they had 2 events this week. That one on Monday, and this one. So I guess the one on Monday would be the one from the first time since 2018. So it's just kind of fun to see him back here on this home track they've just got to stare at for the last couple of years and not use.
And track that's got brand new surface. And,
it's really, really cool. I mean, I've never seen the jumping pits and the shot put area used before, so it's nice to see that.
Tennis team, they 1-1 this week. They shut out Marysville Pilchuck 7-0. All the Spartan tennis players getting wins. And then today they took on Lake Stevens and came up short 6-1. But the one bright spot, Avery Zill, won her 46th match of her career, puts her on pace to maybe win 50 matches as a Stanwood Spartan, and that is quite an achievement, isn't it?
Well, I mean, she's got 6 more matches to get those 4 wins. I would put my money on it if I were me, but what's more impressive about that is that she's really only had 3 years. I mean, so she did 50 in 3 years. So that's just crazy.
That is quite an achievement. The golf team, Spartan boys, opened their season at Everett Legion Memorial, came in first, defeating Everett, Marysville Getchell, and Marysville Pilchuck. Spartans had 3 of the top 4 finishers, led by Logan Brannon, who shot a 41, followed by Jonathan Haglund and Bo Brannon, who both shot 45. Their next match is Tuesday at home at Camelot Golf Course. Girls played twice this week, but at least I could not find any results. You know how they did?
No, I'm impressed you got the boys' results there. And I haven't started looking either, but I'm assuming Coach Ward will get them to me. But I am excited to get out to Camelot and walk around and get some photos. It's always a good time.
That's one of my favorite places to play golf. I don't do it that often, but like last time, I think it was February, me and Bob were out there playing golf.
I hope it was warm.
It was one of those strange February days. It was kind of warm, and then it
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bob Larkin Stadium on the campus of Stanwood High School. Tonight's Western Conference matchup between your Bill Spartans and the team of Lake Stevens Vikings. Remind you, dinner class activities are extensive in the classroom and at less of their swimmer with the proper protection for all. Let's see sport and remember the Western Conference philosophy. Be loud, be proud, be positive. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce tonight's winners first to the visiting Lake Stevens Vikings. The team number 0, Tanner Jordan. The sophomore, number 2, Lucas Tillman. A junior, number 3, Roberto Rush. A junior, number 7, Ramon Mata. A sophomore, number 8, Mason Justine. A junior, number 9, Kobe Gregory. A junior, number 10, Ryan Harding. A senior, number 11, Carson Stonewall. A junior, number 14, Tony Nicky. A senior, number 15, Jordan Ross. A sophomore, number 16, McRae Flanders. A senior, number 17, Cole Lipton. A senior, number 18, Alex Ortega. A senior, number 21, Owen Bader. And a senior, number 27, Alejandro Rocio. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Stanwood Spartan! A junior, number 2, Blake Reed. A junior, number 3, Edmund Arrow. A sophomore, number 4, Lane Obenel. A sophomore, number 5, Oren Osborne. A senior, number 6, Christopher Daniel. A senior, number 7, Andrew Hill. A senior, number 9, Jason Bird. A senior, number 8, Javier Gomez. A junior, number 12, Kadeem Wilson. A senior, number 13, Austin Carr. A junior, number 14, Abdi Mayer. A junior, number 15, Elijah Smith. A junior, number 17, Connor Dahlberg. A junior, number 21, Kevin Rutherford. A senior, number 24, Thomas Rowley. A junior, number 19, Daniel Thompson. A freshman, number 25, Nolan Lee. A senior, number 31, Kevin Ziggin. A junior, number 34, Cameron Scott. A senior, number 36, Emmett Pettigrew. A sophomore, number 39, Grady Roberts. And number 37, Dylan Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and honor our nation as the Stanwood High School Jazz Ensemble sings our national anthem. Oh, sing and you see Thank you.
Want to come down here?
Go Stanwood!
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, TV broadcast live and underground on TCSNsports.com. You can check out TCSNsports.com. TCSNsports.com. On our live stream broadcast, you can watch our live stream from the Sound High School YouTube page or from the Sound High School website.
Have you been?
Fight, Spartans, fight, 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 and win this. Get it. S-P-A-R-T-A-S.
Will be in the red, moving left to right on your screen. And so we get set to go here. And I want to remind everybody, you can not only can you hear this on tcsnsports.com, you can also listen and watch it on the Stanwood High School's YouTube. And Vikings pass it back. Spartans pressuring number 2, Lucas Yannick. And they're going to call a penalty on Stanwood as Yannick got sandwiched. Like these games with a little bit of sunshine or daylight out, I can read those numbers. Throw in right in the box, but off a Spartan head. Spartans look to get out a little bit faster start. Long pass downfield, trying to get that one down to Kadeem Wilson. And this one goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw in. And good throw in on that far side for the Spartans. But Wilson takes it away. Spartans have it right out in the middle. And Berg had it for a moment. Now here come the Vikings quickly downfield. Long pass down into the corner. They're trying to get it into Roberto Rush. Spartan defender, Mr. Reed, Blake Reed, right there to deny him. So it'll be a throw in right at the corner for the Lake Stevens Vikings. And these throw-ins in this area can be just as dangerous as a corner kick. And that one right into the box. And right there to pick it up is going to be Connor Dahlberg in the goal box this first half. And kicks the second. Ball controlled by the Vikings. Long boot downfield. And this could be trouble. There's a shot. It's going to be wide of the goal. Getting in there to knock that one loose, Kevin Stevens for the Spartans. Stevens just kind of got in there and I think it caused problems for the Viking offense. So it'll be a goal kick for the Stanwood Spartans. Blake Reed sending it back over to Dahlberg sending it over to the side and back to Dahlberg. There's Kadeem Wilson passing it back on over to Berg. Berg getting it on up to TJ Rowley. Rowley had it for a moment, but here come the Vikings. And Spartan defense. Big boot downfield. This goes to Kadeem Wilson. He's got speed. He's trying to get around the corner, and they're going to say offsides. Wow. So free kick by the Vikings quickly, and Wilson right there to put pressure on it. And we got a Viking taking a tumble for nobody around him. I'm not sure what that was about. TJ Rowley sends it upfield, but nobody home but Vikings. Vikings pass it back. They come on the attack. Forward and then back. Mata has it. Nope. And that one is going to be stolen away by Pedigo. Pedigo taking it downfield for a second. And the Viking defense sends it back up and forward. But this one again stolen away by a Spartan. This time it's Rautenberg. Rautenberg going to the left-hand side. There's a pass down the side. Got Wilson in the center. Spartans pass it back. Now move forward, and oh, we're going to have a, I think should have a whistle. It looks like, I think that's Rowley that went down as the ball gets booted up into the corner. Not quite into the shrubbery that lines that hillside left and right of the visitor stands. Just getting underway, no score. Second half of a Spartan doubleheader today. We're going to have a few of these this spring as we try to get on all the home game broadcasts as we can. Thrown in by the Spartans, but there's a Viking booted out, and this one gets up right in the center, trying to find Wilson there, and pass just a little bit long, booted out of bounds by the Vikings. Like the offensive effort so far by the Spartans. Throwing in will be Blake Reed. And he gets this one on up to Abdi Meyer. And it goes out of bounds. Vikings, long boot. And this one's stolen right back away. Spartans trying to get it on up to Daniel. Vikings come back the other direction. And pass it around. And Spartans battling for it. Coming away with it is Daniel. Daniel gets by one defender, trying to get around the second. And this time, Ramon Mata winning that battle. But TJ Rowley's right there to knock it loose. Now here comes Abdi. Abdi goes the right-hand side over to Berg. Berg passes in the center to Wilson. Back over to Berg on the right-hand side. Spartans moving it downfield and then booted out of bounds by Mason Gasparini. So it'll be Spartan throw in. This time in kind of the danger zone. We should be thrown in right around the 10-yard line. And throwing it in is going to be Daniel. Abdi gets a head on it. Wilson gets a head on it. And battling for it, Abdi Meyer goes out of bounds. Going to be Viking ball. No, it's going to be Spartan ball. Blake Reed throwing it in. Trying to get it downfield, and this time a Viking wins the free ball. Wilson giving chase to it. Spartans booted up, and now coming up is going to be Berg. Berg battling for it. And there's Blake Reed, sends it back downfield. There's Wilson. He's got three Vikings all around him. Sends it the right direction. And now Berg has it for a moment. Now come the Vikings. But I like this Spartan offensive attack. There's a long pass one side of the field to the other. Vikings trying to get something going. And there is Abdi Meyer knocking it out. Abdi, a junior. Vikings trying to pressure it. TJ Rowley knocking it out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball as the sun sets on what's been a beautiful Friday here. And there's a long pass downfield. This could be trouble. And, oh, that one just tapped in. Cutter Dahlberg came out and missed it, and I didn't see the number for Lake Stevens. But just a side, kind of a side-footed slow roller. It made it into the goal. Makes it 1-0. Vikings. So Spartans will pass it back. Give it up to Meyer. Meyer, a long pass downfield. Finds Berg. And then right there is Daniel trying to send it up. TJ Rowley battling for it. And a long boot down onto the Lake Stevens end. And a long boot by Lake Stevens defender. This one goes out of bounds. Rutenberg kind of gives a bicycle kick, send it back. Spartans down 1-0. Ball goes out of bounds. B. Lake Stevens ball. Long throw in. This could be trouble for the Spartans. And almost a repeat. And just an easy little tapper in as Dahlberg comes out. And Lake Stevens player just taps it back in. And that makes it a 2-0 ball game. Still lots of soccer left in this ball game tonight. And there's a long pass trying to find Berg down on the right-hand side, and he's given chase by Mason Gasparini. Ball gets knocked loose. And should be Spartan ball. Spartans down 2-0. And it looks like TJ Rowley will be throwing it in around the 5-yard line. This is, again, that danger area. Should be able to throw it into the box here. And he does. Off ahead, bounces up. The goalkeeper for the Lake Stevens Vikings comes in and picks it up. And I believe that is Tanner Jordan in goal for the Vikings. And a long pass downfield goes out of bounds. Going to be Viking ball. Vikings getting their last goal on a throw-in right around this area. This has been a pretty evenly played ball game as far as compared to where the ball has been on the field. Been in usually the middle third for much of this, but Vikings getting 2 quick goals. Spartans spin it up. Find Wilson. Wilson back up to Abdi. Abdi, right-hand side to Blake Reed. Reed back to Abdi. Abdi taking it downfield. Viking defender right there, but Blake Reed trying to keep it, sending it forward. Trying to find Abdi Meyer. And now giving chase to it is Pedigo. Pedigo putting some pressure on the Viking defense. Vikings have it midfield. All right, Spartans. Had it for a moment. Here come the Vikings in. Spartan defender, long boot downfield, trying to find Wilson. TJ Rowley on the left. And a Viking defender sends it down deep off a Spartan head. Abdi trying to keep it up. Berg gets it. He gets hammered by Lucas Janik. And there's a long pass. This could be trouble. Blake Reed right there to knock it loose. Goalkeeper's down. And here comes Janik, puts a cross over. No one home, but onto the other side. And Vikings pass it back. Now they come on to the attack one more time. There's a left-footed shot off the top of the goalpost and bounces out. And it could have another one. Here comes Janik again. And Dahlberg comes out and deflects the ball. And Berg runs into Janik, and Janik is down, and they're going to call a penalty. And let's see. This is going to be a direct kick, penalty shot. And it may be. Looked like it was going to be in the box. Not what the Spartans needed, being down already 2-0. Puts the pressure on the goalkeeper here. It's a guessing game. Kicking this, I believe, is Cullen Vieter for the Vikings. Dahlberg bouncing on his toes. Here comes Vietor. He puts up the shot, and it goes to the left and in. And it's now 3-0 ball game. Vikings lead this one. And Spartans are going to need to take a little bit of a pause here to regroup. A couple of breakdowns have allowed a couple of easy goals for the Vikings, and then a penalty kick for the third goal. And it's like, yeah, you're down 3-0. Here comes Blake Reed on the sideline, boots it out. It's going to be, we're going to have we can throw it in. Coach Cruz is talking to the umpire and pleading his case. I don't know what his issue is. I think it was one of the assistant coaches. I can see the referee shaking his head. There's a throw in right in the area, right into the front of the goal, and the time booted out by a Spartan defender. So it'll be another throw in for the Vikings. Throwing it in for the Vikings, number 18, Alex Ortega. This one's booted right back out. Want to give a shout out to my broadcast partner, Bob Crawford. Not here tonight. We'll get him here sometime. Hope you're having a nice frosted beverage here, Bob. And this one throw in and going to be knocked out. Going to be a corner kick for the Lake Stephen Vikings. As they chase this ball down, let's talk about what's happening coming up Monday. We've got more baseball. Baseball against on Monday. We will have baseball versus Everett. And then Tuesday, we have soccer versus Arlington and fast pitch. There's a throw in right in the middle off a Lake Stephen Viking head up and over the goal. We have a softball game scheduled for that Tuesday, fast pitch against Lakewood. And we will knock on wood that maybe that will be happening on Tuesday. So it could be another doubleheader there if that is the case. Then Friday, baseball versus Lake Stevens. So a lot of Stanwood Spartan sports coming your way here. Spartans, Abdi almost had it. Berg trying to find Wilson. Vikings at 4A school. And a long boot downfield. And Spartan defenders right there to slow it up. And a little pushing and shoving. Getting in there is Kowanaki for the Vikings. He's a good size young man. He's not afraid to throw his body around in there, and he gets close to maybe blowing a referee whistle. And now referee's coming to the sideline again. Talk to the Stanwood bench. And one of the coaches for Stanwood talking with the referee, showing him something. Not sure what that could be. Hey, if you have something you'd like us to talk about during any of our broadcasts, we've got a lot of broadcasts left to go. Give us the who, what, where, when, and why. Email it to us at tcsn@frontier.com, and we're glad to talk about it. And just like we can tell you about, well, if you're going to go running or walking out on Kama Beach, well, you can possibly win a T-shirt. Stanwood cross country team has put some painted rocks out there. So if you're out there and you see a painted rock, Kama Beach Trail, you want to email Stanwood Cross Country at stanwoodxc@yahoo.com. And Coach Sneva will get you a free Spartan t-shirt. All right, they figured out whatever it is that they were talking about, and there's a goal kick. TJ Rowley sends it downfield, and Vikings send it right back. And Abdi Meyer battling for it, and he wins that battle, passes out the left-hand side, but there's a Viking to take over. And you can listen to this game on tcsnsports.com, and we have archived this broadcast. And if you want to watch it, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in the address bar Stanwood High School. Now Stanwood brings it down, and bring it down is Hill. Andrew Hill gets sandwiched between two Vikings, and Vikings bring it right back. But on your YouTube address bar, type in Stanwood High School, and then you'll see the soccer game. You can watch and listen. Mr. Ross Short on the cameras tonight. Spartans down 3-0. They're looking to get something going on here. And this one boots off Blake Reed's foot. Going to be Lake Stephen Vikings ball. We are going to take a break, and we'll be right back. It is Lake Stephen Vikings 3 and the Stanwood Spartans nothing. This is Spartan Soccer on tcsnsports.com.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on tcsnsports.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When you want to find out about all the events and happenings that affect you where you live, the source to go to, the Stanwood Camino News. Check out the weekly edition every Tuesday. For the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, go to Stanwood Camino News website, scnews.com, online 24/7. So for the news that affects you where you live, go to scnews.com and the weekly Stanwood Camino News.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, you know I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back. Still 3-0 here at Bob Larson Stadium. And Spartans battling for it. A little push and shove right there at midfield. Involved in that, Andrew Hill. And they call Andrew with the penalty. Looked like it was a good give and take there. He ran into Ramon Mata. So it'll be a free kick just this side of the Stanwood 50-yard line. And good boot. Wow. Oh. In and out of the hands of Dahlberg. It bounced out. And this one goes out of bounds. And there's a lot of noise. Spartan fans not happy with somehow the way some of these calls have been going. And this one goes out of bounds. It will be Viking throw in. Vikings bring it down. That's going to be Janik. There's Abdi Meyer gets taken out. This time he runs into Mata. Mata's involved in a lot of these. This time it gets called against him. So a free kick for the Spartans. Pass up Blake Reed. Reed on the side. He'll pass it back over to Stevens. Stevens moving on over to Daniel Thomas in the ball game now. Now here come the Vikings. This could be trouble. They have a midfield pass in the center. They pass it a little bit to the outside around one defender, and there Dahlberg just punches it out and over the goal. And that was just trouble. You could see it brewing, and it was a left-footed kick. It was just a rocket, and Dahlberg managed to get it. Looked up with his right hand up and over, or up to punch it up and over, and saving a goal. Spartans can't give up anymore. They're trailing 3-0. Plenty of time left. And Dahlberg puts a foot into it. And here come the Vikings again. Now, there we go. And that is Stevens putting a foot into it. And Rowley bringing it, excuse me, that's Rodenberg bringing it up. Got a long pass downfield, and there's nobody there. Getting pressure on is Wilson. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Vikings. They just pass it down to the side. And they take off down the sideline and now pass it back. Vikings. Crisp passes back and forth. Wilson giving chase. Mata, big boot downfield for the Vikings. This could be trouble again. And Dahlberg comes out, slides, now comes up onto the ball. Come out and gamble. You got to make sure it pays off for you. 13:20 left to go in this ballgame. Dahlberg, wow, he throws it to midfield. And here comes Abdi. Abdi passes it up the right-hand side to Blake. Blake Reed. Reed up to Hill. Back to Abdi, to Blake, and Abdi just takes a big shove in the back. And Spartans may have something going on. They got the numbers. Pass to the outside of Hill. Hill back into the center to Rutenberg. Left-hand side to Abdi. To Rutenberg. Viking defense has now come back up onto it. Now they give it to Blake Reed. Reed sends it up in the middle, trying to find it either Wilson or Hill. And the Viking defense right there. Ramon Mata passes it across the field. Now long boot downfield. It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say corner kick. Wow. And coming in the ball game for Stanwood will be Elijah Smith. And he's coming in for number 19. Daniel Thompson. Now they called it a goal kick. Good deal. Long boot downfield. Spartans right there. Abdi and Wilson. And the goalie passes it instead of doing that. And Reed comes up trying to keep it forward. Good aggressive play. And there Pedigo trips up a Viking. And Lucas Janik trying to plead his case and still pleading his case. He got the penalty, but I don't know what else he wants. I think he wants a card given to a Stanwood Spartan. And there is the free kick off a Viking head. Dahlberg punches it up with one hand, and T.J. Rowley manages to boot it out of bounds. The Viking ball. And this goes out. Spartans trying to keep something going. And there's a little pushing and shoving, and I'll call a penalty this time against the Vikings. 10 minutes left to go in the half. Big boot. Downfield goes Spartans' way. There's Hill. Puts on the Jets on that right-hand side. There's a Viking defender, knocks it out. Blake Reed coming up to throw it in. Spartans love nothing better than to get one goal back before this half ends. And a 3-1 deficit's not so daunting as 3-0. There comes T.J. Rowley, long throw in the middle, trying to find Wilson. Oh, there was almost an opportunity for the shot. And Viking defender right there. Spartans midfielder sends it up forward. And this one's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Spartan throw-in. If you like what you're hearing, like to follow Stanwood Spartan Sports, you can also go back. We have about 6 years of sports archived. Spartans throw it in. And this one off a Viking head, giving it a boot forward to Smith. Viking defenders send it back up to midfield. And Smith takes a shoulder and goes to the turf, gets right back up, and he applies the shoulder. And that was your typical push me, shove you. Smith gets knocked to the ground, gets up, and knocks over a Lake Stevens Vikings player. And he's the one, of course, that gets seen. And so it'll be a free kick for the Vikings. Mata will be kicking this just on the Spartan side of the 50. He's got a big boot. Sends it forward into the box. Off a couple heads, ball bouncing around. Dahlberg almost has it. This one goes in. And that makes it 4-0. And that just, you just tell when it looks like trouble. That makes it 4-0. 7:54 left to go in the half. Hill passes left-hand side. And Spartans maybe can get something going there. Coming down with it, it's going to be Spartans. Herrero battling for it. Wilson has it for a moment. Long boot downfield. Off the head of Blake Reed. Wilson has it. Stops. Comes back to it. Passes back to Reed. Reed sends it down field into the corner off a Viking head. And this time Vikings come up with it. Yannick bringing it down quickly for the Vikings, and he takes a hard tackle. Blake Reed maybe got away with one, and there is a shot blocked by Dahlberg. And they're going to call a penalty against Lake Stevens. That was a rocket sent Dahlberg's way from about the 30-yard line. So it'll be a free kick for the Stanwood Spartans. Big boot downfield. Spartans get up to Abdi and Wilson. Hill Trying to send it down to Osborne. Osborne giving chase. Viking defender sends it up. And now come the Vikings on attack. And Spartan defense collapses on him, takes it away. TJ Rowley knocking it loose for a second. Here come the Vikings again. Smith gets in there, knocks player to the ground. Sure accidentally. Blake Reed battling. Excuse me, that is Andrew Hill battling with it. Gets on up to Osborne. Now here come the Vikings. They'll send a long cross up and over. And Blake Reed pushing and shoving with the Viking player and goes out of bounds. No whistle either way. Abdi gets it up over to Hill. And Vikings keep it in and out, and it's going to be Spartan throw in. 4:50 left to go in this first half. 4-0 our score. Hill has it. Looking to get it up to Daniel. Over to Smith. Smith. Pass that far side to Herrero. Back to Smith. And Viking defense takes it over, and quickly they go on the offense. They coming down, and there's going to be offsides. So a free kick for the Spartans. It's been a beautiful day today. Pull in the parking lot here at 2:45. It was 74 degrees in April, which is very, very rare. Here come the Vikings. Pressuring it is going to be Osborne. Steals it away for a second. Vikings hold on to it, and they send it back downfield. Spartan defender sent it up. Osborne pressuring it. And it goes out of bounds. Going to be Spartan throw in. 3:24 left to go in the half. The clock will stop at the 2-minute mark. Smith has it. Passes it back. Rowley sends it way downfield. Herrero battling for it. Been back to Smith. Smith passes it back up to Herrero. Get up to Abdi. Back to Blake Reed. Reed gets it around one Viking. Over to Hill. They pass it back to Stevens. Goes out of bounds. Going to be Spartan throw in. Hill throws it in. Smith wide open middle of the field. He'll pass it back. And a long boot. Daniel trying to get it down to Spartan defender. Smith runs into a Viking. Herrero battling forward, goes out of bounds. And line judge said one way, then changed his mind, went the other. So Viking throw in. And here come the Vikings now. Naki working on that left side. And Spartan defenders knock it loose. And Blake Reed takes it away. Flanders throwing it in. Back to Naki for the Vikings. And right there is Abdi Meyer trying to slow him down. Goes into the corner. Goes out of bounds. Clock is stopped at the 2-minute mark. Throwing it in is going to be Flanders for the Vikings. I just say that, they change it. It's going to be Ryan Harden throwing it in for the Vikings in the dangerous area here. He throws it into the box. And a Spartan boots it up and out of bounds again, but further downfield. And actually, you're going to say it's off a Viking, so it'll be Spartan throwing. Blake Reed picks it up, quickly throws it in. Battling Christopher Daniel, pass back to Reed. On over to Stevens. To Rowley. And here come the Vikings. Stevens battling for it. And the Vikings could be trouble. There's a left-footed shot just wide of the goal. Ooh, that was dangerous. Be a goal kick for the Stanwood Spartans. 4-0 our score. Clock has stopped the 2-minute mark here in the half. Vikings send it downfield. And Mr. Dahlberg coming out and picking it up. He'll send a foot into it. Goes deep downfield. Viking defense, though, right there to control it. Pass it left to right and then to the sideline. They might have one more opportunity to put some pressure on the Spartan defense. Here they come on that right-hand side. They get the cross up and goes out of bounds. It's going to be, I think, a corner kick for the Vikings. Yannick going to be kicking it on that far side. Lights taking effect here. Seeing a little bit of shadows. On a beautiful Friday evening. Left-footed kick right in the box, bouncing around and knocking it out of there. Hopefully knocking it out of there. No, it's going to be knocked in. That one ping-ponged around, and Spartans had their opportunity to clear it out of the goal area, but they did not. I think that was Ryan Harden scoring that for the Vikings. And that makes it a 5-0 ball game. And that is going to do it for the half. We will come back after these words. It has been all Lake Stevens here in this ball game. This is Stanwood Spartan Soccer on TCSNsports.com.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNsports.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, Bob Larson Stadium. And there's no way to put a positive spin on this. This has just been an ugly first half of soccer for the Spartans. Vikings lead at 5-0. They got 2 quick goals early in this ball game, and it seemed at the first, say, 10, 15 minutes or so of this ball game that it was evenly played as far as where the ball was on the field. But then the Vikings just they found the back of the net with 2 easy goals that just had Spartans' defense kind of collapsed and let them score 2 easy goals. Then you have a penalty shot for another third, and a couple more after that. And it's not been the best day for Stanwood Spartan Soccers, but you play and you chalk this up for experience. And do have to say it's Lake Stevens squad. It is a 4A school, and because of the COVID world that we now live in, we play with teams in the geographic area, at least this season. But the second half's coming up, and last time we watched the Spartan team, they played much better in the second half. We'll find out right after these words. This is Spartan Soccer on TCSNSports.com.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
And welcome back here to Bob Larson Stadium. Let's take a look at what we've got coming up next week as far as sports. Starts off Monday. Baseball team who's playing some really good baseball. They will be taking on Everett. Ross, are we going to have YouTube? We're not having. It's the other way around. Okay, I won't bug you on that. But we'll be there. Baseball versus Everett on Monday. We'll have that game for you. Tuesday, knock on wood, we have fast pitch against Lakewood. We hope that game gets underway. And then Tuesday night, soccer again, Stanwood taking on Arlington. And then Friday, we wrap up the week. Stanwood baseball team takes on Lake Stevens. And should be a fun week of Stanwood Spartan Sports for you here on TCSNSports.com. Again, the spring season abbreviated, just short season for all the spring teams.
Hey, what? Hey, what? Show how you jiggle, show how you jiggle.
My hands are high, my feet are low, and this is how it is.
This is how you jiggle.
I don't know. We won't get into that. But, if everything goes right as far as health of everybody and COVID tests and all that, and numbers go down right, we think that there is supposed to be basketball in May, and we'll have those games for you here on TCSN. But we got soccer to talk about. Second half of this Stanwood Spartan soccer game. And, if you can give up 5 goals in the first half, you can score 5 goals in the second half. But Spartans need to do it right now. And they'll pass it back. And it's experience that they're gaining at this point. Now there's Vikings player goes down, but Spartan defender sends it back up. And send it up to the middle third. Hill sends it outright. And there's a nice pass out to Hill trying to chase it down. He gets tied up with Alejandro Apercio. So Spartans throw it in the box, off ahead, and into the hands of the goalkeeper for the Vikings. I think that was that was number 14. That was Abdi Meyer that got that one. Here come the Vikings now. Bring it out. Spartans take it right back. Long pass down on the right-hand side. I think they're trying to find Arrero on that far right. And Spartans bring it up, middle third. Right there's Hill battling for it. Back up to Meyer. Spartans trying to get that ball away. Good gutsy play right there by Abdi. Got his foot in there, knock it out of bounds. Be Viking throw in. And almost stealing that ball away is Mr. Edmund Orero for the Spartans. Hill getting up there, and Vikings, they'll pass it back to the goalie. Different goalie in the goal now for Stanwood is going to be Austin Carr. Austin, the senior. There's a long boot downfield, and this could be trouble. Carr comes out, slides, and picks it up. Spartans are going to try really hard just to try to make some positives out of the second half. And if they can win the second half, that would really give them a little bit of a boost here. But that first half was not one that they didn't want to dwell too much on. It was really not good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. Getting set to come in for Stanwood will be Grady Roberts and a number 8. That'll be Yahir Gomez. A couple of sophomores are going to get some playing time. Coach Cruz, this ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Vikings. And they're kind of trying to figure out who's supposed to kick this. And looks like Yannick is set to kick it. He sets it where he wants it. Left-footed kick, it's up in the box, bouncing around, and goes out of bounds. It should be a goal kick for the Stanwood Spartans. I think a lot of coaches trying to get as many of their young players in this abbreviated season, get them experience. Coming in will be Elijah Smith, another junior. He's going to come in for Yahir Gomez. Gomez told, I think he had some earrings in. He's got to take them out. Things you'll learn as a sophomore. Here come the Vikings. And, oh, big collision. Ouch. And running into Abdi Meyer is Lucas Yannick. And they're going to call penalty on Stanwood. That one, boy, I think that was about a 50-50. I don't know if I'd have blown the whistle on anything because I don't think either one of the players was looking to where they were going. And Yannick and he ran into each other in big collision, but he both get up and are fine. There's the free kick, bounces out of Spartan defenders, but now come the Vikings, and Elijah Smith gets in there and knocks him out. Elijah, big tall kid for the Stanwood Spartans. He's coming out, and Yahir's coming back in. So it'll be Spartan chance to have free kick, but they're going to kick in theirs at their own 20-yard line. Good boot. I think it was Stevens off a Spartan head. And Vikings now control it. And, oh, there's Abdi. It's going to get warned by the referee. And Lucas Yannick, he knows the Oscars are coming up. He goes down face first. He stayed there for a while. Tried to act like he was hurt. There's a long pass downfield off a Spartan head. And this could be trouble. Vikings shoot, and right there's Mr. Carr to pick it up. Oscars this Sunday, Ross? Like you're 2 weeks. Okay. We'll put Mr. Yannick up there for honorable mention. There's Abdi Meyer for the Spartans midfield. Trying to get it around, but Vikings right there. They hold it up. And now they got the numbers. There's a pass to the outside. There's a shot. It's going to go to the right of the goal. Mr. Carr right there to pick it up. It's still early, but I think the Spartan defense is maybe a little bit stiffened up here, which is good. There goes Abdi, long pass down to Orero. And Vikings pick that up. They turn around the other direction. Orero chasing it down. The Vikings still moving it down. Yannick gets around one player, then passes back. A little give and go. There's a left-footed shot. It's up and in. Yannick is a good player. Little pass inside, pass back, and rocketed that one past Carr. I don't think there was much Carr was going to be able to do with that. So that makes it a 6-0 ball game. Abdi getting a nice round of applause as he comes out along with Andrew Hill. Spartan fans here, they love their soccer and their Spartans. Win or lose, they'll cheer them on. Spartans pass it back. Trying to find on the outside Lane Ovenell. Ovenell, a sophomore. Come the Vikings again. Long boot downfield. Blake Reed knocking it loose. Oh, for a moment, here come the Vikings again. And they give it out to you-know-who, Yannick. He is a soccer player, that young man. He's got speed and a very strong left foot. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw in. And Yahir, excuse me, Gomez. Gomez battling for that. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw in. See if Spartans can get one back here. Long throw in downfield. Trying to get a little give and go. Lane Overnell. Wilson. Gomez throwing it in. Good throw in. A little bit long. Wilson battling for it. Wilson in the corner takes control, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw in. So he's going to throw this in. And looks like it's going to be Rautenberg throwing it in. It'll be right about the 5-yard line. This is that danger area. Throws it in right into the box. Off a couple of Spartans. Goes by and nobody there. Herrero giving chase. Vikings quickly turn it around. And Spartans need to get back on defense. Here come the Vikings. They take it up in the left-hand side, trying to get the cross. Carr comes out, sliding tackle and knocks it out of bounds. That's going to be a corner on that far side. 6-0 our score. This is the second half of a doubleheader today. We had baseball earlier today. Spartans taking on the Marysville-Getchell Chargers, and great baseball game. Spartans come up short though, lose 4-3 to a very good Marysville-Getchell team. Round of applause. Here's the corner kick. Gets into the box, bounces out, but right back to a Viking. They cross it again and right into the hands of Carr. Carr holds on to it for a second, and then he'll put a foot into it. And there's Herrero. Across the field, but right there to a Viking. Overdale there to battle for it. Vikings pass it backwards, now pass it across the pitch. Wilson giving chase. Vikings have it, Yannick. For a moment, there come the Vikings. Having that right-hand side. Spartan defense trying to set up. There where they go, break it up. And see what number that was. Long boot downfield. And as soon as he turns up and I can see his number, I'll tell you who made that good defensive play for the Spartans. I think that was Daniel. Spartans will be throwing it in. It was Daniel. All right, Spartans have it. TJ Rowley sends it across, trying to find Herrero on that far right-hand side. Herrero giving chase to it. Viking defender right there, a little pushing and shoving going on. Herrero controls it. He crosses it out, gets up to Berg. And a Viking defender takes it away, but stolen right back by a Stanwood Spartan. Rowley now battling for it. And yeah, there's a little bit too many elbows going. And take your pick. He's going to go against Lake Stevens. Good battle there. .26 minutes left to go in the ball game. Spartans trail 6-0. Be a free kick for the Spartans. Far side of the pitch, just past the 40. And there's an arcing kick off a Spartan head. Heads towards the goal. Trying to find Wilson right there. And getting into it was Daniel. Daniel trying to send it across. Rowley right there to change it, but then we're going to have a whistle against the Spartans. Penalty against the Spartans. Free kick quickly taken by the Vikings. Here comes Rowley. Rowley. TJ looking for some help. Gets it around. Sends it upfield, but the Vikings right there to send it right back down. And this ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Viking throw in. Aparicio getting set to throw it in, and there we go. Line judge says one way, and the referee says the other. No, now they talk about it, and it's going to be Viking ball. Long pass downfield, and Gomez boots it out for the Spartans. So another throw in for the Vikings, and this is in the area again where a throw in, especially in boys soccer, could be just like a corner kick. Throw in is Lippman. Arcing throw in off couple of heads bouncing around there, and then pounces out. Lippman again sends it up, sends the cross, and there's a header that goes in. And you get too many opportunities like that, and the team is going to take advantage of it. And that one right off a great pass from Lippman, cross, and onto a Viking head. Knocked that in, and I think, see if I can see the number there. I think that is Kobe Gundry for the Vikings. Just came running in, perfectly timed off his head and into the corner, making it a 7-0 ball game. Spartans get it, pass it back. Spartans giving chase. Vikings passing it back and forward. And they do a really good job of passing the soccer ball, does Lake Stevens. There's Rowley passing in the outside, trying to find Overnell. Overnell passes it in the center. Could be something going on for the Spartans. There's a shot, and blocked by a Viking, and then just to the outside of the goal. Spartans probably their best opportunity. Orero coming in and trying to get the balls that's careening around out there. Vikings get a goal kick, and Spartans have it. Bringing it down is Pedigo. Pedigo passing back to Overnell. It's going to be Daniel, I'm sorry. And this out of bounds. And Viking ball. Get some parents allowed to come in and watch the game, which is nice. Nice to have fans in the stands. Well, it's not a lot, but it's nice to have some. All right, Herrera battling forward, wins that battle for a second, passes it back. Back to Rowley. Rowley sending it forward. Trying to find Overnell on that left side, but Viking defenders right there to break it up. They'll pass it back and across the pitch. And a long boot downfield. And here come the Vikings again on the attack. And this could be trouble. And nope, Spartan defense this time boots it out. And it'll be Viking throw in. We'll take a break with about 20 minutes left. We got a few minutes or a minute or so before that. As close to as we can. This ball thrown in and thrown out of bounds. Be goal kick for the Stanwood Spartans. If you have something you'd like us to talk about, send us an email about it. The who, what, where, and when. And we'll talk about it. Stanwood Cross Country has placed painted rocks all over Iverson and Camas beach trails. So you find a cool painted rock, you can email stanwoodxc@yahoo.com, and Coach Sneva will get you set up with a free Stanwood Spartan t-shirt. The last time we talked with Coach Sneva here last week, he said, yes, plenty of rocks out there. So if you're out running or walking, especially in this nice weather, take a look for those painted rocks. All right, here come the Spartans. Overnell trying to send it downfield. Vikings take it away. And they come up on the attack. Long pass down in the center. Spartans need to get it out of there, and could be a penalty against the Lake Stephen Vikings. So that we will take a break. It'll be a free kick for Stanwood. We'll take a break. Our score Lake Stevens 7, Stanwood nothing. This year has been a very trying year for many in our community, including many of our sponsors. TCSN has decided to broadcast this abbreviated sports season commercial-free in order to give Spartan fans an opportunity to watch and listen to the games. Now, TCSN is a business, and it does take money from our advertisers to cover our cost to broadcast. But until we have a regular sports year, we are glad to webcast Stanwood Spartan Sports for you, the fans. We encourage you to visit our many sponsors who have supported us in the past, as well as all of our local businesses in and around our community.
The COVID vaccine is a critical tool to protect yourself and in the pandemic.
But you might have questions about its safety.
The same safety measures used for all vaccines were used for the COVID vaccine.
Tens of thousands participated in vaccine trials to prove it's safe.
Since then, millions of people of all races and ethnicities have gotten the vaccine and experienced only mild side effects.
I got the vaccine to protect myself, my family, and my patients.
When it's your turn, trust the facts. Get the vax.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, you know I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Oh, there we go. Only once is enough. Thought of Ozzy Osbourne behind the wheel at all is a frightening thought. 7-0 our score. Lake Stevens leading this one. Spartans show a little bit of spark here in the last minute or so. Having the ball just goes out of bounds. It'll be a Viking throw in. Again, some of the issues we have in the both girls and boys soccer programs here in Stanwood area. Not a lot of club and select teams. And some of these kids are playing soccer all year long. Spartans are not. All right, here TJ Rowley right in the middle. Oh. And that makes a difference. There's a long boot. Grady booting that one. And Stevens passes it back, give it to Gomez, and a little pushing and shoving. This time called against a Viking. I think McCrae Flanders trying to plead his case. So kicking this one will be, here Gomez. Gomez, a sophomore, looking pretty good here so far. His time and minutes playing in there in the second half. He's going to be kicking this free kick right about the 36-yard line, near side of the pitch. Boots it up. Good kick right. A little bit left of the box, though, and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Vikings. Spartan coach Eric Cruz trying to get as many of these youngsters into this varsity experience. And it's all a coaching experience, learning. There's been some points to learn from this game, believe it or not. This is a good Vikings team. All right, goal kick, but controlled by the Spartans. Long pass out the left-hand side to Overnil. Overnil crosses it back over, and this time the Vikings right there to turn it the other way, and they come back in a hurry. Stevens chasing it down. He'll boot it out of bounds. 16 minutes left to go in this ball game. Throwing it in will be the Vikings. Pressure. And Overnil stealing it away. Gets up to TJ Rowley. That far side. Oh. And I think that was Herrero trying to cross it back over, but went to a Viking. Grady, right-hand side. Another sophomore. Passes it back, now forward. Spartans may have something going. Wilson goes up in the air and he gets pushed. Kadeem Wilson, just a junior. He'll be back next year. Overnell, on this far side, Overnell is just a sophomore. Ball will be thrown in on the far side by the Vikings. We talked about it before. We have lots of sports that you can go and listen to on tcsnsports.com. Go to the archive section. Rowley puts on a great move. Long pass downfield. He's trying Overnell trying to run it down, and a Viking defender knocks it out. But if you want to go back and listen to maybe Stanwood Spartans in the Tacoma Dome, you can do so. Just go to tcsnsports.com. Get football, volleyball, soccer. We have it archived. You can go back and listen to it. Absolutely free of charge. Spartans will be throwing this in. And getting a big hand. Mr. Herrero, this throw in right there in the box, bouncing around. Could be trouble for the Vikings, but no. Vikings booted out. Now sending it right back was Stevens. This goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw in. Vikings forward and then back. Been very crisp in their passing tonight. And right there, Abdi. Pass it out on the left-hand side to Overnell. No, that's not Overnell. That's going to be Hill. Hill to Rowley. Rowley looking for some help. Gets around one Viking, but not the second. To help him is going to be Pedigo. Sends it forward and out of bounds, though, off a Viking. So Spartans will be throwing it in. Overnell hands off to Pedigo. And this one booted out of bounds. The Viking ball. Baseball again on Monday. Stanwood takes on, I believe, Lake Stevens. Look at that again. Monday. Everett, excuse me. Long boot. And right there is Wilson. Wilson controlling it. Passes it back. And trying to find Abdi. Vikings defense has been stiff. And they knock it loose and send it way downfield. And Spartan defenders right there to knock it out of bounds. This ball hits up into the brush and be chased down by a Lake Stevens Viking player. Abbreviated season, of course, because of COVID. We hope, knock on wood, that in May we'll have boys and girls basketball. Here come the Vikings. They send it across in the box and almost knocked in, just wide of the goal. Looked like that was Yannick again. And boy, it looked like he was going to be offsides to me, but guess not. That is going to be, no, Gasparini. Number 8. So it'll be a goal kick for the Spartans. Carr sends a big foot into it. Spartans trying to send it forward. Is Overnell. Overnell gets clobbered one way. And this one goes out of bounds. Overnell not the biggest young man out there. Looks like he's probably about 100 pounds soaking wet. Kind of gets bounced around. Gomez throwing it in. Off Viking head. There's Abdi right to take it away for a second. Ball sent to the far side. Vikings right there to control it. Spartans trying to get something going offensively. Something to build on for Coach on. And they've been getting that ball down on the offensive third, but just not able to really generate the offense and getting shots off. All right, now here's Overdale. Passes it up down the sideline. And this one rolls out of bounds. Overdale, scrappy player, though. Not very big, but scrappy. Now we've got a whistle. And I think substitution. A little over 9 minutes left to go in this ball game. 7-0 our score. Lake Stevens in control of this. They'll be throwing it in. Not in a hurry to throw it in. Now he finally does. Abdi controls it, passes it back. Finds Brady. Brady up to the right-hand side. And I think it was Osborne on that far side. Bob, we missed your binoculars. Bob not here tonight. He's going to make it later in this season. And the long boot down by Vikings. And there's a pass to Overnell. Overnell gets a streaking Hill, and Viking defense right there. It's kind of the right idea, though. Viking defense has been stout. And Spartan defense boots this one up over midfield. Vikings pass it forward, pass it back, and they'll pass it back to their goalie. I think they're at the point of eating time. And Hill, I think that might have been a little frustration shoulder there. Knocks down Cullen Vitor. Vitor gets the free kick downfield. Gomez right there to put a foot into it. And goes out of bounds. Gonna be Spartan, oh, it's gonna be Viking throw in. And here come the Vikings, but Gomez again breaking it up a little bit. Heading up, punches it out. That was a tough one. A ball bouncing around and off a heading up, punches it out. That was a tough one. Going to be a corner kick for the Vikings. And here comes the corner right across, bouncing around and off the top of the football goal post. So it'll be a goal kick for the Stanwood Spartans. 6 minutes left to go in this ball game. 7-0 our score. Carr puts a big boot into it. All right, Wilson sends it back over to Abdi. To Brady. Stevens. And Vikings take it back. And they go back on the attack. Spartans goalkeeper Carr there to pick it right up. He puts a good boot into it. Abdi, excuse me, that's Wilson. What was Abdi? Battling for it. And Got Brady going to the turf, and they're going to call it against Brady. So a free kick for the Vikings. Spartan defense sets up. It's going to be a big boot. And bounces off Carr. Still bouncing around. Carr finally finds it and falls down on it into the corner. Ooh, that was dangerous. So Carr is going to put another boot into it, and he's got a shoelace that's untied, so he gets an assist. Somebody coming out and tying his shoe for him real quick. Evan Pettigo coming in, applying the right knots there. Nope, referee's going to help him. Now he's going to get involved in there. Again, something you'd like us to talk about during the broadcast. Again, we've got a lot of sports to go on the rest of this month, and then hopefully a the winter season in May. That means boys and girls basketball, but we would love to talk about it. Give us the who, what, where, and when. If you get food drive, car wash, we don't care what it is, as long as it's for your nonprofit event. Let us know, and we will talk about it on the air. And there's a little pushing and shoving. Penalty against the Vikings. Now Gomez sets it up. And he sends it downfield a ways. The Vikings right there. And they send it way downfield. Trying to chase it down is going to be Blake Reed. And he does. Holds it up. They'll get some help from Gomez. Gomez comes up a little lame. And it's going to be corner kick, I believe, for the Spartans. Clock is going to stop at the 2-minute mark. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in right there at the corner. I guess it went missed the right side of the flag, so this one right into the box. Spartan kicks it up in the air, but still in that area. It's ping-ponging around, and Carr comes up with it. Just a bunch of bodies in there, and that always scares me when it's going. And Carr gives it a boot, and ball goes one way, and his shoe went the other. I think you need to reassess the shoe tying capabilities here. Vikings come back, and Carr comes out and just takes the ball away. And are they going to blow the whistle, let Carr put his shoe back on? He holds on to that ball. He's going to throw it this time. He's not going to kick it. Oh. Ball hit the midfield. Clock is stopped at the 2-minute mark. Goes out of bounds. Going to be Viking throw in. 7-0 our score. This has been all Lake Stephen Vikings ball game right from the get-go. 5-0 at half. Vikings pass it forward and still go on the attack. Oh, there was going to be a shot blocked, I think, by Hill. And now here come the Vikings again, getting around one defender. There's a shot, and this one Carr blocked. And this one, ball bounces to the sideline. And Gomez comes away with it. Long boot downfield, gives up to Wilson. Now we get a whistle. And did they give a card to the goalkeeper? Carr? And if Stanwood fans not understanding why Carr got a card, I'm not sure why either. Kind of wonder if it was something was said. And the Stanwood fans not liking it. The drop ball. No, I guess and that is it, I believe. Are we? Blow the whistle like the game's over. It is over, and that is going to do it. Stanwood Spartans.
quality standards.
So this is the bit where you're going to have the vaccine now, Elton. So
right.
Just kind of pretend that you're having the vaccine from a nurse.
Oh.
What was that, Elton?
That was me acting.
Okay, let's cut there.
And as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, okay. Thanks, Elton. We'll let you know.
And welcome back here to Bob Larson Stadium. This game is done. Spartans run into a buzzsaw Lake Stephen Vikings, and it was a good, very good 4A squad taking an up-and-coming 3A school, and the score indicates that. Just Spartans really not right now at the same class as this Lake Stevens Vikings squad, but hey, they played hard. They did not give up. I appreciated that, and played much better in the second half than they did the first half. But just again, not enough, losing to the Vikings 7-0. But they will get another chance. Take a look next week. We've got a lot of Stanwood Spartan sports for you, starting off on Monday. Stanwood taking on Everett. We'll have that game for you here on TCSNsports.com. Tuesday, we're scheduled, and I say scheduled with the, hopefully, knock on wood, fast pitch against Lakewood. And then we have soccer. It'll be another doubleheader as the Stanwood Spartans take on the Arlington Eagles. We know soccer supposedly is going to happen. And then Friday, baseball again. Baseball takes on Lake Stevens, and that game would be here on TCSNsports.com. We want to thank Mr. Ross Short from the CTE department, Career Technical Education Department. He's providing all the camera work, and so you can watch this again on YouTube. I want to thank Rich, showed up for the first half of this doubleheader. And so for myself, I'm Perry Williams, Ross Short on the camera. This has been TCSN Sports Soccer. Spartans come up short 7-0. We'll be back on Monday. Stay safe and healthy, and we will see you then. Have a good weekend. We hope you've enjoyed this production of Stanwood Spartan Sports here on TCSNsports.com in conjunction with the Stanwood High School's Career and Technical Education Department. We'd also like to extend a thank you to all you Stanwood Spartan fans. Go Spartans!